I've done is got my plate that I'm going to put the fish into. I got my container with the fish that I filleted, my cutting board that slides all over the place. So I have my handy dandy little super amazing little latex gloves. All I'm going to do is basically just put it right there. Okay, amazing stuff, right? And then there we go. That'll hold it in place, just enough for me. Now the knife, I've already sharpened up. Okay. Always make sure you have a sharp knife to be working with this. And let's get this extra paper towel off. Put that away. Okay. Now if you're going to be frying up catfish, I recommend that you take off the red pieces in the back. That's basically the blood. Okay. And to have really, really nice, clean fillets when you're frying it up, the easiest thing to do, quite frankly, is just cut it right down the middle. Take that off, and then cut off the red. Okay, because it's kind of difficult to just constantly go in here towards the center, you know, and trying to save that section or something like that. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. I'm just going to cut right down the middle and just follow through. There we go. Okay, so that's off, and that's off. Okay, so we'll move that aside. And what I'm going to do is I can cut it this angle, that angle, whatever angle you want to feel comfortable with. I'm just going to go like this. That's one piece, and then this will be a second piece. Okay. Now if the catfish is really, really thick, then of course you want to cut it down like down the side here. But since it's not too thick, it's all right. And I'll hold it to the side like this, and I'll start cutting it off just a slight bit. And then I'll turn it and go towards the center even more. Okay. Now this will of course take off some meat, but I'd rather take off some meat than to keep on to the blood. Okay. I don't think anything's actually wrong with it. It's just the flavoring of it is a bit off. So I'm going to go ahead and take off a little bit of the skin right there too. All right. And there we go. That fillet's done. I'll go ahead and put that there. And then I'll do the same thing with this piece here, just laying it down. I'll red to my right because I'm right-handed, and just kind of carefully try to shave it off, and then start cutting towards the center again. There we go. And then that little edge, I can just cut that off as well. Okay. Now this little bit of red, I'll go ahead and keep. That's not going to be a problem. So let's move that over there, and then move the blood aside. Alright, so it gets smaller, a little more difficult. Just start shaving it off. There we go. So we got that off, and then we go back again, get a little shave off, and get into the corner there. Alright, so like this, I'm willing to deal with that. There's not as much red, not much of the blood there. Okay? So there's that. This, I can cut this direction, that direction. Quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. But I like the smaller strips because when they cook, it actually becomes quite crispier. Rather than having too much meat in the mid-center here, it'd be too thick. So it doesn't cook all the way in there as nicely as I would like it to be. So there we go. Cut that part of the red off. Okay, and now I turn a little bit and start getting the corner. And this is also why I wasn't so concerned about the tail. If I lose some of the tail, there's really not that much meat there. So what I would do with it being so thin, I would just cut it off, take it off completely, and just have that. Because it's not worth it trying to deal with the end of it. There's still so much red on there, and then there's hardly any meat. So that's what I'd rather do. Okay, so that part's off, and continue shaving. There we go. Now some of you guys may like that flavor. Nah, not for me. Alright. That's done as well. Looks good. Alright, so you get the idea of what I like to do. Now, in this video, I'm not going to show you how I cook it. I may do that in a different video and share the recipe that I've been working with. Still working on perfecting it, how I really like it. Sometimes I go one direction, sometimes I go another, but the idea is there, and you can play with that. This, with it being a little thinner, I might lose the end, so I might just do this in half, because in threes it might be too small. So let's just go ahead and do half, like that. Alright, so I'll end this video, and I'll let you guys enjoy doing your own fillets and cutting out however you like. Some of you, again, prefer the blood. I don't. Thanks.